Right, okie dokie. So for today's episode, episode 14, is remastering or remaking old games good? Um, I think it's going to be quite a good topic to talk about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because there's certainly been highlights and wins for remakes and remasters, but it has had its downfalls as well. Um, what's your overall opinion on remaster and remakes?
I mean, I think it's good
Hmm,
because it obviously allows sort of the younger generations to play these much older games, especially
yeah,
from like the PS1, PS2 era. Because
yeah.
obviously most of them probably were even born before even the game was out. So sort of bringing that specific game up to the modern era, I think it's a great idea. But like you
Yeah.
said, it has to be done right though,
Hmm.
because there is a
Oh yeah.
fairly good example which we'll probably get into. We probably both know what one it is. That it should never been remade because they done it completely wrong.
Resi 3, yeah.
Resi 3, yeah, that's probably the most disappointing remake
Hmm.
that comes to my mind. In well,
Yeah.
well, for out all the remakes been done, is Resi 3 is probably the most disappointing one. They should have left it or done it
Yeah.
properly, basically.
Yeah. And how rude of me. I didn't even ask you. How are you?
Oh yeah, I'm fantastic, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Resi 3. Obviously, I did a playthrough on the Skill Issue Gaming channel. Um, it was rather infuriating,
Mm.
to say the least. But because I've seen snippets of the OG Resident Evil, Resi Nemesis, I think it was called.
Yeah,
Um, and like more, I would say more than half of the game has been cut out
yeah,
of the remake
yeah.
easily.
There were some of the most iconic parts, of, like the clock tower.
Yeah,
Like the clock tower, and like Jill goes to RPD in like the first half of the game,
yeah,
and obviously Nemi chases you in the RPD
hmm,
because as you go down the stairs on the west wing, I think it is,
mm,
as you're about to go into the evidence locker room, he jumps through the window with a rocket launcher.
mm.
So that's what it was straight off the bat. And obviously in the remake,
Yeah,
Jill don't go to RPD. Carlos does. And in the
yeah.
original, Carlos doesn't go to RPD.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't go there at all. You meet Carlos after RPD.
Mm,
You meet him after. Yeah, I think it's just before the restaurant bit. I think you meet Carlos. But as well, like the earthworm fight,
yeah, that's not in it.
not in it. Like the whole graveyard bit, that's not in it. What else is in there?
The fountain,
Fountain. Yep, that's not in there.
that's not in it.
And as well, like half the map, like Resi 3 remake is half the size of the original.
Yeah, like the original map size,
Yeah.
considering the age of the game, was really
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, because I played through it a few weeks ago, and
Yeah, because I watched a snippet of it.
yeah, like
Yeah,
the first 2.5 hours, I still didn't repair the train. I was still getting the bits. I played the remake in
yeah,
2.5 hours. I beat the game. Like no joke.
yeah.
You'd beat the game in like 2.5 hours, like 3 hours. Because when I first ever played through it, I think it took me 4 hours to beat the whole
Mm,
game, and I was like, oh, that was short. But when I
yeah.
played Resi 2 remake for the first time, it took me 8 hours to beat it.
Mm,
Which obviously we'll get into Resi 2 remake is one of the best ones.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, like Resi 3 is a prime example of how not to do a remake.
For me, it was a quick cash grab, and they didn't really pass it on to the same team that made Resi the remake,
Mm,
the Resi 2 remake, because you can tell like not as much detail and love was put into
no.
Resi 3 compared to Resi 2.
And like El Nemi's these transformations are completely different to the original.
Oh, I was really, you could see my reaction
Mm,
when I go up against the dog
yeah.
Nemi dog. I was looking at it and I was just going, what is this?
And the last two fights before the actual end fight are the exactly same
Mm,
fight. It's just in a different arena as well. It's
yeah, that's
exactly
it.
the same concept. Use the trip mine, bang, blow him up, hit him on the floor, shoot him. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's the same. They've repeated the same fight, just in a different area. To me, that's just
yeah,
lazy. And obviously, in the original, that don't happen. Because for one,
No.
he don't turn into like that animal, the dog Nemi.
Yeah, no, he has he has like the tentacles and all
Yeah,
that
he
that
has
comes
the
out.
tentacles. Yeah, and as
Yeah,
well with Resi 3 original, there's a lot of RNG in it that you
yeah.
can play through it 10 plus times and not have certain things happen. Only certain
Mm,
like there's certain spaces where Nemi will spawn and not spawn, and like some areas you might get zombies or you might get dogs
yeah,
as well. And obviously they took all that out with Resi 3 remake, and it's just like linear. Like this is what you're gonna get no matter what. And
yeah.
even like the puzzles, most of the puzzles, like the painting one in the clock tower, I think there is. I've got it written down. Puzzle, like maybe 6 or 7 different ones times it can be.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I think it's like 6 or 7, and
Mm,
each one has a different combination of the gems you got to put into the paintings.
yeah,
And obviously, all that's gone in the remake.
yeah. Like, it's ridiculous how backwards they've gone about it because
Mm.
that game is well over 20 years old.
Yeah,
Um,
the original come out in
99.
'99. Yeah,
Yeah. And how have they managed to screw it up that badly? It was a masterpiece when it was initially released.
yeah,
They had the perfect formula. All they had to do was just upgrade the graphics a little
yeah.
bit.
Basically, that's all they needed to do. It was literally get the game, upgrade the graphics. Because before Resi 4 come out, obviously Resi 3 was the most popular one.
Yeah,
Everyone loved Resi 3. Then obviously Resi 4 come out, and that come the most popular one. But
yeah,
literally, just you had it there, update it with the graphical, maybe tweak a little things, maybe change the Earthworm fight to have a bit more
mm,
mechanics about it, or you know what I mean. But they just completely ruined it.
yeah.
It's one of the
They
few
did.
remakes I will say you just rather go and play the original than the actual
Yeah,
remake
oh,
itself.
100%. 100%. Like, don't get me wrong, graphically, the game is
Oh yeah,
stunning. Like,
beautiful
Jill
game.
looks
Mm.
phenomenal. Carlos looks way better compared to the original. Um, and even the voice acting as well, it is an
Yeah,
improvement. But the overall gaming experience of Resi 3, it's the remake anyway, it's piss poor. It
no,
really is.
no.
It lets it down.
Like I wouldn't even recommend it to people. Like generally, I
No.
wouldn't. I'd rather just go and play the original.
Mm,
Like never played full price that game. When it first came out, I paid full price for it,
yeah.
and I don't regret that. Like I don't regret paying it.
But that's the thing, though, because you were sort of led to believe that it was going to stick to the original because of the massive success of Resi 2
Yeah,
remake.
yeah, yeah. Literally, I thought it was going to be like exactly the same.
Mm,
Like because with Resi 2, like Resi 2 remakes, one of the best remakes ever done.
yeah,
Like hands down, one of the best. Then Resi 3 come out remake. When I first ever played it, I thought, ain't that bad. Like my first playthrough, not that bad.
mm,
And then I kept playing it. And then I watched a few playthroughs of the original because obviously it's been like 20 years before I last
yeah.
played it, and I've realised they left so much out.
It's not the same game. It
No, it's
really
not. It
isn't.
really it could have been a side game. Like no joke, could have been a
Yeah,
side game. Like totally different game, nearly.
yeah, yeah. I didn't enjoy Resi 3 at all.
No.
But obviously, onto Resi 2.
Mm.
What a game.
Yeah,
I must admit,
fantastic.
it's phenomenal.
Like 10 out of 10. Like
Yeah.
because Resi
There's-
2
mm,
original was my favourite out of them all.
yeah,
It was like the first one that really got me into Resident Evil. Was Mother
yeah,
2. And with the remake, at first, I was very skeptical about it because there was a lot of rumors that it was going to be like similar to like Resi 7, like first person and all that.
oh, yeah,
And I was like, no, it can't be. Like, it can't be first person. Like Resident Evils always should be in third.
yeah,
That's one of my major gripes with 7 and 8
yeah,
is they were in first. I can see why they done it, but Resi's always in third. Like always in third.
yeah.
Because it all like, I mean, it's the core of Resident Evil first person, the fixed camera angles. Like, I wouldn't mind them keeping the fixed camera angles, but again, I'm like old school Resident
Original.
Evil.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but it probably wouldn't work in this day and age, all fixed camera angles, and because we've got all these action like scenes in Resident Evil these days.
And I don't think like the sort of newer generation of gamers would
Nah,
really appreciate it as much as we do.
just bring back tank controls in modern day. Why not?
Yeah, that would peeve off a lot of people. That
Mm.
would. Yeah,
But with Resi 2 remake, they kept true to the game.
they did.
They
Oh
kept
my god,
really
they did.
true to the game. And what they done, they tweaked things because in the original A story, Mr. X not there.
No, he's not.
No, he's only in the B scenario. With obviously the remake, they thought, you know what, we're gonna put him in and have that looming figure chase you around the RPG, what keeps it more interesting on your toes because obviously you can hear him,
Yeah,
but you can't see where he is all the time.
yeah.
Because it just, I think it would just work so well. Because also you do
It does.
fight
It
Birkin,
adds the atmosphere.
because you fight both of them, but with Leon it's more Tyrant. In Claire,
Yeah,
it's more Birkin you fight,
Birkin.
which I like that aspect of like you still get to fight both here and there,
Yeah,
but one side fights more of that one than that one, which I've really liked.
yeah, yeah. And like you said, at least you get to fight both.
Yeah, and they and
Um.
like the RPD as well, they nailed that brilliantly.
Oh, just on like graphically, yeah, it's
Yeah,
stunning.
and
Absolutely
even
stunning.
like the setting of it, because you play the original, it's very bright. Like
It is very
it's
bright.
very
Yeah.
bright. Play the remake, it's really dark in some areas, really like gloomy, and you like, don't know what's going to be
Mm.
around the corner. And you got the zombies coming through the windows, which was a brilliant add
Yeah.
to the game. It was a really good add to the game. And then you had the
Yeah.
planks, new mechanic in Resident Evil, had the planks that board the windows out. Another great mechanic as well,
Yeah.
which I really enjoyed because it sort of adds like, I've got 6 boards, where do I put these? Because you just put them in certain areas to
Mm.
stop certain zombies coming in.
Yeah. And like the story, they kept true to it as well.
Yeah,
Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, they did add their own seasoning to it, but they they just revamped it. They just basically they got themselves a diamond, and all they really did was just give it a little polish and
yeah.
give it back out.
But that's all you need to do.
Hmm.
When you got like a cult classic, like Resi 2, Resi 3, that's all you need to do. You don't need to do much
Yeah.
more. The game's done for you. You just got to, like you said, polish it, bring it into the modern era. That's why I'm
Yeah.
really hoping one day we get a Resi 1 remake. Technically has been remade already,
It has, yeah.
but not into the modern era of, say,
No, because
Resi.
it's still got the tank controls and
Yeah,
fixed
yeah.
camera.
So I'm hoping one day they'll bring that one up to like Resi 2 standard, not Resi 3 standards. Capcom,
Yeah.
don't do that, right? Bring it up to Resi 4,
Yeah.
Resi 2 standards, then you got a gold mine there.
Yeah.
Because Resi 1's like the less, I'd say out of all of them, probably the less known out of, like the whole
Yeah.
series. Like a lot of people don't really talk about Resi 1, like at
No.
all. So I'm hoping one day they would remaster that one, bring that up, because I reckon that'd be a great horror game.
Hmm.
And like if they revamped the mansion properly, added like sort of like gloomy like Resi 2, again that'd be a gold mine of a game, be a brilliant game. So hopefully, Capcom,
Yeah.
I'll even voice act.
Honestly,
I'll be Barry. You know what I mean?
like honestly, if the team that made Resi 2 did the Resi original,
Mm,
they would hit a gold mine.
yeah, yeah.
Genuinely.
Literally, it's just waiting. But technically, it has been remastered. Well, remade, sorry.
Yeah.
Because it was done for the GameCube originally.
It was, yeah. Resi Zero, I think it was called.
Then they obviously brung it into obviously all the other platforms. But so hopefully one day they would do a real good remake
Mhm.
and not
I
Resi
can't see
3 it.
why they wouldn't.
I don't see
Yeah.
why at all, because obviously they probably want to do, since it's already technically been done, they probably want to do
Yeah.
other Resident Evils first.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
probably
no, that's
Code
fair enough.
Veronica, maybe Resi Zero, because there's talks of Resi Zero
Oh,
remake.
yeah. I swear to God, Capcom, if the team that did Resi 3 is doing Code Veronica, I'm gonna bitch slap you. Make sure the team that did Resi 2
Well,
does
if
Code
you start
Veronica.
playing it and Carlos turns up, you know what happened.
He just comes out of the blue.
Hey, I'm not in the Resi, but I'm here now.
Oh Jesus. Um Obviously, well, if we might as well stick on Resident Evil
Mm,
at the moment. Resi 4. So I've played the original and
Yeah,
I loved the original. I played the remake, loved the remake. I personally I would lean more into the remake than the original.
yeah,
Now with you, you had a unique
yeah.
twist on it because you didn't enjoy the original,
No,
but
no.
you loved the
The
remake.
remake, yeah. Because obviously at the time, again, I was
Mm,
very into my old school Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Obviously, Resi 4 come out, completely
yeah,
changed everything.
yeah, completely revamped. Yeah,
He revamped it. Obviously, I didn't like it. Yeah, I even played through it. Don't get me wrong, I played for the whole game. And I was like,
yeah,
nah, not for me. Like, never played it again. Then obviously the remake come out. It still took me 2 years after it come out to play it,
yeah,
but played through it and what a remake. Like, on generally, the pace in the game's phenomenal. Leon, what a character in it. Like his little one-liners, because you can see how he's developed from Resi 2 to Resi 4.
yeah.
Because in
You
Resi
could
2,
the tone of his
yeah,
voice,
like
his attitude.
Resi 2, he's like really green still. He's like a noob basically.
Yeah,
With Resi 4, he's a bit more hardened, because obviously he's been through a lot of training and he's seen all this before. And that's what I
yeah.
liked, like his actual character development.
Mm.
Because probably out the series, my two favorite characters is Jill and Leon.
Yeah, mine's I would say is Clay and Leon.
Yeah, and again the combat system they done that parry the knife.
Mm.
It fits so well with the game, like so well, and it's so satisfying, especially when you fight Krauser. When you
Yeah,
start fighting Krauser and you start doing all the knife battles against him, you parrying him. It's like really good mechanics. All the voice
it is.
acting, top notch.
Yeah.
Like Ada, they did change her voice actor
Hmm.
from Resi 2 to Resi 4, but still both of them
Oh,
phenomenal job.
phenomenal.
Yeah, both of them phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And they did change slight things from the original.
We had the merchant's voice as
Yeah, the
well.
merchant voice.
He's more like a Londoner
He
in my
does
opinion,
sound like it. Yeah, he does sound like
like a
he's from.
Peaky Blinder.
Yeah, basically. But I didn't mind it. A lot of people didn't like it because obviously
Yeah,
the original merchant is quite loved. But I didn't mind it too much. Yeah, I still reckon he still sounded fine.
yeah,
And they changed other things. What else have they changed? I mean, Dynamite Valley ain't as bad as what it used to be.
yeah,
That that's where I got its nickname Dynamite Valley, because they were just
yeah.
dynamites left, right, and centre. But again, it's a solid remake. Again,
It is. It's phenomenal.
you've got no reason to go play the original unless you like dearly love the original.
Mm.
Always go and play Resident 4 remake. The game's phenomenal. Look, I got close up to 100 hours
Yeah, yeah.
in.
You've done quite a few playthroughs of it.
Yeah, I've done quite a
My
lot.
my only gripe with Resi 4, and I can guarantee you that another friend of ours called Kixt will agree, is compared to Resi 2 and Resi 4, with Resi 2, if you collected all the items,
Oh,
yeah,
what the map?
the area,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's my only gripe.
yeah.
I can understand it because you're
But
thinking
there
like
is treasure maps in the game though, so
there is, yeah,
you can get the treasure map and you can see it. But obviously, if you don't know that and you go from
you
playing
gotta be late
Resi
for them.
2 to Resi 4, then yeah, you think
Yeah,
on the maps where I can collect everything. If you don't know about
yeah,
the treasure maps, and if you haven't played the original, there was treasure maps in the original, wasn't there?
it was, yeah,
Yeah. So if you ain't replayed that, you ain't gonna know
yeah,
as well about the actual treasure maps. And then yeah, I'd say that and all. They should just kept the map and it turned blue when you collect everything.
yeah.
It's just nice and
Unless
simple.
because just in case you never know, you can thank us because you probably would have saved 18 hours of gameplay. Oh, he's gonna
Yeah,
kill me.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, phenomenal game. Graphically stunning. The voice
yeah,
acting is phenomenal. The character development, like with Carlos, I don't know,
yeah.
not Carlos.
Carlos
I
in
got him
mind.
stuck in my
Yeah,
head
he's
now.
good in mind.
It's the hair. It's really frizzy. What's his name?
Leon,
No,
Luis.
Luis. Like even his character, the character
Mm,
itself, he's really tongue in cheek. He's really cheeky,
yeah,
but you end up like rooting for him as well.
yeah,
Even Krauser, like, mate, he's such a badass.
yeah. He's actually he's one of my favorite characters in Resident Evil Traveler.
Mm,
The original, I didn't go much on him, but the remake, he's a lot more. I think 10 times better than he is
Oh yeah,
in the
no,
original,
way better.
in the remake than the original. He's probably my
Yeah,
favourite. I'd probably say out of the boss, he's probably my favourite because I always like the first knife fight you do with him.
yeah,
Then the second fight's pretty cool anyway because you can just parry him pretty much the whole fight. So
yeah. My only because a thing that they did not that they didn't include was there was, if I can remember, there used to be like these pits of fire that used to shoot up, and you had to do like quite a lot of quick time events with the platforms with what's his name, the little guy, Balazar, is that his name?
Salazar,
Salazar, but
yeah,
why am I saying
Salazar.
Balazar? Yeah, he was. Oh, he used to grip my shit back in the day. But I must admit, the way that they changed the voice actor and remodeled him, he's less annoying now. And I'm glad that they didn't include that little section because, no offense, I'm not a big fan of quick time events. I
No, I don't like
really ain't.
it. No,
I like to
no,
be actually
yeah.
involved.
Quick time events, Resi 5, Resi 6.
Punch the boulder, Chris.
It's I hate quick
Yeah,
time events and all. To me, it don't really bring anything
no,
to it.
it really
It
doesn't.
depends though. Say you're playing like say Until Dawn, like some game like that, where it's
Mm,
like intense and you got to make a quick like decision, and it's
yeah.
a quick time event which it suits the game. But if you're playing like because Resi 6 is pretty much an action game, so you don't want to be like just mashing buttons, do you? While
Yeah.
everything else is going on, you'd sat going, "Oh, cool! I'm just mashing this button over and over again."
I can imagine you just feeling
Basically, it is like,
it. But yeah, honestly, if you haven't played Resident Evil 4, oh, we highly recommend it to you.
mm.
Resi 2 as well, the remake, highly
I
recommend
do
it.
have one group actually ready for,
Oh, go on.
and it's do the DLC.
Go on, with the Ada.
Yeah, with separate ways. Usually, with a lot of remakes and remasters, they include the DLCs. Like Oblivion just come out.
Yeah.
They've included Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine DLC, I think it's all, in the standard
Okay.
edition. So
Oh, really?
they've included 2 DLCs with the game. Resi 4,
Fair play. Separate.
obviously separate ways. They come out separate. And it's only £9, but still, it's like the principle of it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you replay for the DLC once years ago, probably. You got to pay
Yeah.
for it again. So that's the only thing I've got with it. They should have included it with the game, which most
Yeah.
remastered remakes do.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough.
Mm.
Now, on to another game that personally I don't think should have been remastered or remade because we've sort of discussed a lot of remakes.
Mm.
Like Resi 2, that's a remake. Resi 3 was a remake, but it was piss poor. Resi 4, I would say that's a remake.
Yeah, it's a remake. Yeah, total remake. Yeah.
Yeah. Now for a remaster, now for me, the difference between a remake and a remaster is just when it's just graphical.
Yeah.
They've improved the graphics, but they haven't changed any of the mechanics. A remake is when they've literally
Yeah.
broken it down and rebuilt it. Now, there's been a lot of remasters and remasters of remasters.
Yeah.
Now, a game that's linked with Elder Scrolls, as we all know, they've probably done about 10 remasters now. Skyrim. Like,
Money. Yeah,
don't
it's
get me
money,
wrong,
you know. Like,
it is money,
money.
but I love Skyrim. I've spent countless hours in it, especially with mods as well.
Mm.
It just add like the mod community for Bethesda is like they're
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Most of the mods are to repair the games, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
But I just don't get why they like with Skyrim, for example. Don't get me wrong, it's an old game now, but they've done remasters. They've done anniversary remaster. I just don't get it. Like, what's the point? But
Money.
obviously, it's money.
With money, yeah.
But
Why
is it
wouldn't
really
they?
necessary though?
I mean, people paid for it, so
I'm not going to say anything.
exactly. Like, I mean, I've bought one. I've bought one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a gold mine because Skyrim's one of those games that everyone sort of, probably nearly everyone's played at some point.
yeah,
And don't get me wrong, it's a great game. It is a great
Mm.
game. Like, I spent, again, countless hours on it, so why wouldn't you just keep releasing it and people are going to buy it for the different consoles or this? Just
yeah.
why not? But like one for like, it's to me, it's like Last of Us. Like, like, don't get
Yeah,
me wrong, I love The Last of Us. One of my favorite
I
games
know
of
you
all
do. Yeah,
time. Like, I
I
absolutely
still
love
haven't
it.
completed it yet, but it's so far it's amazing.
It's a phenomenal game. But again, it recently Part Two Remastered just come out, and it come out 5 years ago, and it got a remaster. And I'm like, you don't need it. What have you done? Like, made it
But
more
the game
graphic?
still holds up.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's only 5 years ago.
Yeah,
The graphics from 5 years ago today have not changed in the slightest.
no, not really.
So why has it come out as a remaster? I know it come out on PC because they just
Mm.
because obviously it just ain't just come out on PC, but they used the excuse of a remaster, but it's not. It's the same game 5 years ago. Just say
Yeah,
you just brung it on PC as a PC port. So it's the
yeah.
same with Part One. That was only when did that come out? 2013. That come
Mm.
out. So a little over 10 years ago. To me, like even Part One still holds up,
Oh
and
yeah.
that got a remaster. And they did change a few story elements to Part One though.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I've not actually paid the remaster because I refuse to spend 60 quid on a
Yeah,
remaster of a game that's only been out for like 10 years. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If it's like 20 years, to say like Resident Evil was like 20, 21 years, which is a
Fair
whole
enough.
different console, like PS1. Because obviously the graphical difference to a PS1 to say PS5 is, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
gone from
ridiculous.
polygon to
Basically, yeah.
HD.
But like to me, those sort of games shouldn't have got remasters yet,
Yeah,
because
no, I agree.
graphically nothing's really got advanced in the last, I'll say, 10 years.
Yeah,
Really, especially when it's a big title game like The Last of Us, who probably had like I don't know, I don't know what the budget of the game was, but it probably had like a £50 million budget or whatever it had.
yeah.
Because it's from Naughty Dog, which is obviously made like Uncharted, Crash Bandicoots, all successful games. So yeah, to me
Hmm.
that those two games didn't really need a remaster yet. Maybe
No,
in
I agree.
another 10 years time, maybe
Yeah.
when you got the Nvidia 9070 and it costs like 15 grand to get one graphics card.
Yeah,
But yeah, those two games that was a cash grab. That one
yeah.
and the remaster had problems as well. Part two,
Oh, did they?
there was a bug in the game where it actually stopped saving, like auto saving.
Oh,
Yeah, one streamer I watched playing it lost 4 hours of progress, and it was lucky and all because a viewer said that you missed a weapon back there, so
hmm.
you're gonna have to reload to get it. And if the viewer didn't say it, they would have lost probably about 7-8 hours worth because they'd have carried on. So they reloaded, try and reload, get the weapon they missed,
Yeah.
and found out they lost about 4 hours worth of progress because the game
God, that
stopped
sucks.
auto saving. Yeah,
Jesus.
and you pay like 60 quid for that, and
Yeah, 60 quid and you get punched in the face.
But
um,
another great remake, which you ain't played yet, is Silent Hill 2.
yes. So I've played the original. I absolutely love Silent Hill. I love the sort of mind bending aspect
Yeah.
of it, like of someone's self healed and sort of self torment as well. Um, and for me, Pyramid Head, he's such an iconic character, and obviously the nurses as well,
Yeah.
such an iconic characters. Anyone can recognize them. But yes, I haven't played the original as of. I'm sorry, the remake as of yet.
Yeah,
But I've
honestly,
heard good
yeah, it's
things.
phenomenal. Like I played it, say 5-6 months ago, I think. Brilliant
Mm,
game, like phenomenal. They done a really good job, and as well they changed bits. They've even extended bits, like the hospital parts extended, the prison parts extended.
yeah,
But what they done is put the actual original parts in the game, so when you go up to it, it's like a core memory.
yeah,
So it shows you that you go up to it and say, "Oh yeah, that's from the original." Because I know spoilers, I better not say that, but there's certain parts where you walk through that was in the original, but you don't like do certain bits in them. You go on and do certain bits, which I
yeah.
thought phenomenal. Again,
it's a nice touch, like a
yeah,
nice homage to the original. And not
yeah,
many games
no,
show that much love.
because there is an actual theory of not Silent Hill 2 remake.
Hmm.
Apparently, a lot of people reckon it's a sequel.
All right, okay.
Yeah, because there's certain parts. I don't know how much you want me to say because it is a little bit of spoilers. So it's not major spoilers, but
Oh, go on, go on.
there's certain part. What's mate's name? Eddie. Eddie.
Hmm.
You meet him in a freezer just before you fight him, and there's
Yeah.
loads of bodies popped around, and they're all look like James.
All right, okay.
They all look like James. They all got the jacket, the hair, the boots, the jeans, and there's like collectibles in the game, like photographs. They all got numbers on
Hmm.
them. And what people reckon is actually is a time loop. It's a continuous loop, and James is reliving it constantly.
That would make sense.
Yeah, and they reckon a lot of people reckon Silent Hill 2 remake is really a sequel. Technically,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
like a sequel, but it's
yeah,
showing you that loop's continuous, and he's just stuck in that Silent Hill basically forever. Because
yeah.
when you do play through yourself, you will see little elements of like like bodies on the floor that literally look like James Sunderland.
Fair play.
Yeah,
That's a really cool concept.
yeah. Because I did notice it when I first played through it, and I was like, they all look like James on the floor, and like,
Hmm.
that must be a coincidence. And I was like, looking on YouTube one day, and I see it short. Clicked on it, and there's sort of theories going around. I was like,
Makes sense.
it makes sense. It literally makes sense,
Yeah,
which I
and
think
it
would be cool.
fits with the
Yeah,
plot of the game as well.
yeah. Because Silent Hill is obviously it's not of this realm, is it? So it's like,
No.
so you go in there, and he's probably is continuously living that all the way through. Because there is 8
Yeah.
different endings for this.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 8 different endings. There may be more. I'm not 100% sure with the remake. All I know is there's 8 endings. And some of them, like the
Yeah.
original one, there's like a UFO ending.
Yeah. The dog.
Yeah, there's a dog ending. There's all sorts.
Yeah.
And like, graphically as well, Silent Hill 2 is phenomenal graphically. Like, oh, chef's kiss.
Muddy feet.
It's a beautiful game.
The nice little thing as well with the Silent Hill remake that I thought was really nice was the Silent Hill sign.
Yeah, yeah.
So the actual original sign, because there was like controversy with it because the
Mm.
font was different, and they obviously they updated the actual Silent Hill sign to be the original, but the one with the wrong font is located in the barn, and you can sort of see it. And I thought that's really
yeah,
funny.
yeah,
And it's nice when developers can have that sort of
yeah,
tongue-in-cheek humor with their own audience.
yeah.
And
Why not do it though? That's the thing. They
yeah,
put little things in there, and like, people who played the original were gonna like, oh yeah, there it is, and like have a
yeah,
little joke with it. You know what I mean? Don't have to be all serious all the time. Have a little
yeah,
joke with your game.
yeah. Have a bit of fun.
Yeah,
You know.
and like the
uh,
voice actors as well in Silent Hill 2 are
mm,
phenomenal. Like the new voice actor for James, Angela, Mary, phenomenal. They actually
yeah.
really bring the characters to life. They really bring it to life. Those ones, especially Angela's voice actor, because in the original, she was voice acted. There's a certain cutscene where she's voice acted by a woman that's from Australia, and her actual real accent comes through in one of the cutscenes, and they never actually took it out. So halfway through the cutscene, you might be able to go on YouTube and look at her.
Yeah.
Angela turns Aussie for a couple of seconds, then she goes back into it. Like her actual voice comes out.
Yeah.
But the the voice actors in this one though, the remake, are just top notch. They actually really bring
Yeah.
it to life. Especially
Like,
James's one's brilliant.
I could just imagine now if Angela's just there having a chat with James,
Hmm.
and then Eddie comes around the corner, she goes, "Oh, good night, mate."
Yeah, basically, I can't remember what cutscene it is, but you can probably look on YouTube, and she actually turns like Aussie for like a couple of seconds.
I'll have to have a look at
Mm.
that. Um, obviously, the big topic at the moment, Oblivion.
Yeah,
Oblivion, the original, is an absolute phenomenal game. It's the stepping stone for, especially bloody Skyrim, anyway.
yeah, yeah.
Um, One of my personal favorite games as well, Oblivion. Obviously, I don't think I'll get to play the remaster due to my 999cc PC engine. But like I've had a look at the reviews. Don't get me wrong, like I've seen some snippets and it does look a little bit janky.
Yeah,
But
but
the overall reception of
yeah,
it, everyone's in love with it.
but then again, the original was janky. Like
Yeah,
things like that,
Bethesda.
like the jankiness sort of gives it that charm.
Mm,
Again, with like the original Resident Evil, Silent Hills, like gameplay
yeah,
wise, they're terrible. Like compared to the modern age, the actual
yeah.
gameplay, like mechanics are awful.
But
Like
it's the charm of it.
it's the charm. It gives that little charm. You know what I mean? Because it sort of brings you back into like when you was a kid playing those games. So
Yeah,
I kind of like that aspect where Oblivion they ain't gone through and polished it all the way through. Because I don't think it had been
yeah,
received a lot better. Like, it wouldn't be received as well, should I say?
yeah,
Because obviously all the old school ones all remember the jankiness.
yeah.
And because far as all I know, all they've changed is the level up system.
Well, so they've kept an exploit, which I
Oh,
thought is a really nice little thing. So there used to be an exploit where I can't remember what it was called, but you go into a prison and you have to talk to a prisoner,
mm,
and this guy would have to walk you down. Now, you have to interact with him. And what he does, he walks down these set of stairs and he shuts the door behind him, and then he says, "Yeah, go talk to the prisoner." But if you talk to him again just before he enters the door, you'll see the same dialogue, but then shut the door in front of him. So now he's on the other side. So you can go up to the prisoner and just keep robbing him. So your sneak and
yeah,
your
yeah,
theft will
yeah.
go up. And they kept that in,
Oh,
which I
fair
thought was
enough.
a
Yeah.
really, I thought that was quite
Well,
nice.
it's like Skyrim when like when you first come out the first cave and you get you come up to the bear and the guy with you is crouched. And
Yeah,
there was the next point where you can leave that cave with 99 sneak because you
yeah,
equip a dagger because he couldn't die. And no
yeah,
matter how much you hit him, he'd never turn on you. So you just crouch behind him, hit him, and get the crit. And you
yeah.
do that for like half an hour, 45 minutes or so. And you come out of 99 sneak right at the beginning of the game. As long as you
Yeah,
didn't go past him,
yeah,
that was fine because you could just stand there and just hit him, hit him, hit him.
yeah.
Me and my mate only ever done that once because it's quite boring because it takes ages.
Yeah, it is time consuming. I must admit, I was one of those people that made about five, maybe 6,000 iron daggers just to get my
Oh
smithing
yeah,
up.
yeah. One
And then you had the out the map exploits to get
yeah,
into the merchant's
yeah.
chests. I've
One
done that a few times.
one thing my mate done. Yeah, there's a spell where you can turn like anything into like gold bars.
Mm,
So he done that in his house in the basement. It's just filled with gold, like literally to the point where when he walked down there, it crashed his game. As soon as he opened that door, the games went and just literally blew
yeah,
up. There was that much gold in there, and he could never walk down those stairs because as soon as it started loading it,
yeah.
the game just completely crashed.
Oh jeez. Because like I love Skyrim, especially
Mm,
when because you could join like different factions. Like you
yeah,
had the Nightingale, you could join the Stormcloaks, the Imperials. You could be a bloody werewolf. You could be a vampire.
yeah,
Um, I installed the mod to be a werebear. Not it's not like
mm,
one of those caves. It's an
mm.
actual like thing on the bear, which I thought was cooler.
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah, no, I love Skyrim, but from the reception of the new remake of the Oblivion, the reception is phenomenal at the
yeah,
moment. It's completely topped over like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And I can't remember what the other game is, but that's died within 2 weeks. Um, but yeah, with is there any sort of games then that you would like to be remade or remastered?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, have you got a
This,
list?
yeah, this one you'd agree with.
Okay.
Fallout New Vegas.
Yes,
Like, no, wrong. It come
without a
out in,
shadow of a doubt.
yeah, come out in, I've got it written down, 2010. So it is technically only 15 years old,
Yeah,
but I would
I
love
think
that
it's due
game.
it.
Yeah, I like it. If they can do Oblivion, do Fallout New Vegas, you know what I mean? Even
Yeah,
though it's not the mainstream Fallout, obviously off the 1 to 4, but to me it's the best one. Like without a shadow of doubt, New Vegas is the best Fallout. And then
Yeah.
if they were to remake a Fallout New Vegas, please.
For me, because well, apparently I did see on Facebook today. There's been rumors that they are currently remaking Fallout 3.
I can see, yeah, because again, that's
Now I love Fallout 3.
yeah, I love Fallout 3. Like,
Um,
I'll play New Vegas first,
yeah.
then Fallout 3.
So you went sort of backwards
Yeah,
then.
basically, yeah.
Right, okay. Because I've played Fallout 2, and that was more point and click
Yeah,
sort of turn or not turn based. But yeah, and that was an amazing game. But then when Fallout 3 came out, and I noticed it was more, obviously at the time, realistic, and I was like, oh, an actual realistic Fallout. So I played that, fell in love with it. And then obviously Fallout New Vegas came out, loved it even more because it was a massive improvement, especially with the like the game the gunplay,
mm,
because that was the first time you could actually go in first person without you can actually aim down sights without having to use a sniper,
yeah,
and you could customize the guns to a certain degree. You
yeah,
could have attachments and stuff like that. um if you are going to remake Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, don't do what you've done with Fallout 76 and Fallout 4. Keep in the repair system.
yeah,
I would still like the fear
yeah.
of like, oh crap, my armor's
Yeah,
about to break.
yeah, because you get to a point anyway where you get so many weapons anyway, and you keep repairing it. But that was another because it adds to that survival aspect. Because
Yeah.
guns do jam in real life; they do break,
Hmm.
so it does add that little extra factor, especially when you put it on survivor mode, where you
Yeah.
got to eat, sleep, drink. Even they've just put it into that mode, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, if
Like,
they put it in that mode, I'd 100% play it.
yeah, because that's what basically what I played was the survivor mode. So I had
Yeah.
to make it more realistic, and that would be a good little thing to have it. Your guns break,
Yeah.
and just keep it like, say you want to play on normal, just keep it more casual,
Yeah.
and don't have it.
Yeah. And for me as well, if because obviously with a lot of remakes, they do change like the voice actors and
Yeah,
stuff. For me, if they had to keep at least one voice actor, I would have to keep Benny.
yeah. Benny's good. He's a good one.
He's gonna have to like, I would use the original dialogue
Yeah,
for Benny, like especially obviously because the person that voiced him has passed away.
mm.
I think that'll be a nice homage because apparently he loved Fallout,
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
absolutely loved
he
it.
did. Yeah.
So I think that'll be a nice little homage.
Mm.
And maybe even keep Liam Neeson as the father in Fallout 3.
I mean, yeah, yeah, you could do.
Yeah,
Because they had for obviously for the intro, obviously war never changes.
yeah,
That was Ron Perlman, who was like Howard Boy, and he was in like Sons of
yeah,
Anarchy and all that. And for that Fallout, they didn't have him. They changed him, didn't they? They had someone
yeah.
totally different. But for the previous Fallouts, they had him. Like I don't know why they changed him before that fall.
Me either.
Again, the iconic voice at the intro. Bring him back for any,
War never changes.
yeah,
Yeah.
bring him back for any sort of remakes, please, for the intro,
Mm,
and not some other guy.
yeah. And like I wouldn't even change the story or anything.
No,
Maybe add some additional new quests and stuff like
mm,
side stuff, because the beauty with Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, some of the side quests didn't feel like side quests. They literally
yeah,
felt like stories.
yeah,
Because like in New Vegas, you had the Legionaries, you had the Boomers, you had the NCR, you had the bloody Kings, you had the Strip, and and loads of
mm,
others. I think the thing that let me down a little bit with New Vegas was the Raiders, but I think they called them Fiends.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think they're called fiends. Yeah,
yeah,
mm,
like Fallout 3 Raiders were like, some of the comments they would make were funny
yeah,
and they were ruthless. They were really barbaric. But with Fallout New Vegas, they did tone it down a little bit. So I'm hoping that maybe, we can give them that oomph again and
yeah.
make them more barbaric and sort of caveman
Mm.
like.
But to be fair, though, New Vegas wasn't made by Bethesda.
No, it was made by Obsidian.
Obsidian, yeah, Obsidian, who
Yeah.
does the Outer Wilds now and all that. So it's probably their decision to talk by tone it down a bit,
Yeah,
like actual Bethesda's. But hopefully, like, Bethesda will get Fallout New Vegas and actually just literally remake it, keep the story, give it graphic overall, and obviously just make it the gunplay a bit more modern. That's
yeah,
because obviously it is quite like just janky, but
yeah.
to make it a little bit more modern, then I'd pay 40 quid for it. So
Oh,
no more,
easily.
not 50, 40. I'll give you 40 for it.
Oh, and include the bloody
Yeah,
DLC
and the
as well.
DLC, yeah, please, because there's
Like,
like four, the full five of
yeah,
them.
yeah, and like well per game, yeah, because
Mm.
in New Vegas you've got Honest Hearts, Lonesome Road, um,
Dead Money.
Dead Money. That one peeved me off,
Yeah,
but I
that one's a
realized,
bit, yeah.
yeah, I didn't like the sort of gas zones, like, and I was more fuming towards the end when I want to collect all the gold bars and I was too over encumbered. But I realized that the story of it is money doesn't really mean
No,
anything.
so yeah,
But like even with Fallout 3, you had Mother
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 shits. Yeah,
Zeta.
Zeta, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You had something Steel. I can't remember what it was bloody called now. All the DLCs were great,
Yeah.
absolutely great. But yeah, include them in the game, you stingy buggers.
Well, they do it with Oblivion, so if they ever do make the
Yeah,
Fallouts, they probably will do it.
yeah. I can't remember if it was Oblivion or Skyrim that they did a DLC for Armor for Your Horse,
Oh,
and they wanted like I think it's like 6 or 8 quid for that, and made that create an uproar.
that I think that might have been Skyrim.
Yeah, because I could see the picture of it. It was
Mm.
elven armor on a
Yeah,
horse.
I think it might have been Skyrim for that one. I'm not
Yeah,
100% sure, but it sounds like it probably been Skyrim.
yeah, that was back in the day when Microsoft Points used to mean a thing. Oh, any other games you would remaster or
Oh,
remake?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
One that probably a lot of people have not even heard of. Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis. That reminds you a lot of is it Turok? Turok?
Yeah, yeah, Turok, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like that and Resident Evil in one. It's
yeah,
basically Resident Evil with dinosaurs. And it is a great game. It is pretty good. Again, a lot of
yeah.
people don't know about Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2.
They are old games.
They are old games, and again, they've never been mentioned, never had any sort of remake or remaster ever.
No,
So hopefully one day they will say, you know what, we're gonna do Dino Crisis and bring that into, like, because again, it's just Resident Evil with
with
dinosaurs,
dinosaurs.
literally with dinosaurs.
Na, 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 na.
But I love Dino Crisis. It was such a good game back in the day. It was really
Yeah,
good. I'd love to see a remake of it. I really would.
yeah.
I'd pay 40 quid for it.
You set the price.
I'm setting the price now. You know what I mean? 50 quid's a
Yeah,
bit much, I'll say, for a game
yeah.
I've already played. But even then, like, say the Resi remakes are only 35. I'm pretty sure
Mm,
full price,
yeah.
35 quid. So,
You're already dropping it.
but like, to me, like, say 60 quid for a remake is like, it's a
Yeah,
bit much for a game that you've replayed. You know what I mean? It's
like I can only warrant it if it was 60 quid, if it was literally a complete revamp.
yeah,
But
if
then it wouldn't be a remake, it would just be a new game.
yeah, it would be just like a new game. But like, say
Yeah,
60 quid for like even though I say 50s, like it might just be me being a cheap gate or whatever. But like, even 50 quid seems a bit much. Like Oblivion, 50
yeah,
quid. I wouldn't pay 50 quid for Oblivion. I'm sorry, I wouldn't. I
yeah,
mean, don't be wrong. I like Oblivion. Played a lot of it back in the day.
yeah.
But would I pay 50 quid for it? Because I
No,
know
just get
that
Game Pass.
basically, yeah, Game Pass is free. But I know for a fact I'll start playing and get bored within like 2 days
Yeah,
because I've already played through it multiple times. So why would I want to pay 50 quid for a game
yeah,
that
no, that's fair enough. Because as soon as you start playing it, all memories are going to come back, and then
yeah,
you've already spoiled it for yourself.
basically, yeah, like
Yeah,
yeah, pretty much. But I reckon like 40, 35, it was all little Resi done.
Yeah.
it's like the right price. I mean, it's not too expensive, and it's not
Yeah.
that cheap either. And you
Yeah.
still get like a brand new ish experience.
Yeah. And
And
you
it
feel like it's actually money well spent.
basically, yeah, because like 60 quid this day and age is a brand new game now. So
A
if you,
triple A game.
yeah, it's a triple A game. So what would you rather do? Go and spend on a game you've never played before, or a game you played say like 10 to 15, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and you really know what's going to happen.
Yeah. No,
Un-
that's true.
Unless you're like really sort of in love with the game, like say like Silent Hill 2,
Mm.
because that was 60 quid. That
Yeah.
was, and I do admit I did pay 60 quid for it. I did admit I shouldn't have, but I did.
Sacrilege.
I did, but I was a Silent Hill fan, so it's like
Yeah.
I did want to, but I thought, you know what, screw it. But he did a really good job of it.
Mm.
60 quid's worth. No, not really, but he did a really good job.
Yeah.
35, but 35 quid.
He's gone from 40 to 35.
35.
By,
But
by the end of this episode, he's going to say, you know what, I'll just call it 8 quid.
it just gives us a free, just give me a code.
Yeah.
Sponsor us. Give us a code.
Yeah. But like a game that I would absolutely love to be remastered is Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah, it's a good game. I remember that back in the day.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, my mum would never get me GTA because she said I was never old enough, and she
Mm,
was one of those mums, unfortunately. But so Simpsons Hit and Run was the closest GTA I could have.
mm.
Um, and I spent countless hours playing that, like role playing as well. Um, don't change the story, don't change the mechanics, nothing. Just give it a revamp,
Yeah.
and you're
Mm,
golden. You have literally laid yourself a golden egg there. Same with the Fallout games. If you can nail those, you're sat in a gold mine.
yeah, pretty much.
Um, Another game I would like for them to remake and remaster is Time Splitters. I love Time Splitters.
Yeah. I ain't thought about time splitters in years now you said that. Yeah, holy. I ain't thought about time
Yeah,
splitters in years.
yeah. I used to count like because they had the story aspect, if I
Mm,
want to call it a story, but the main element was the multiplayer.
mm,
Now you had the luxury of if you didn't have internet in the house, you could play against itself
yeah.
basically, or you could play online. Now I always played against the bots. Mate, I had my highest kill streak in that game ever. Like stick card in the bin, time splitters, boom, 50 kill streak, you know.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, time splitters. I would love to I'd see that come back alive.
Mm,
I think it'd be amazing.
yeah. Like what I'd hope as well is like I sort of go back on Silent Hill. Like they do 1 and 3. Like because like Silent Hill 2 very successful. So
Mhm.
hopefully we get Silent Hill 1 and 3. I don't see
Yeah,
why it wouldn't. I know they're going to bring out a new Silent Hill this year, I believe.
yeah.
But why wouldn't you not remake Silent Hill 1
Mm.
and 3? Which probably most people not really played.
No, because there's a lot of Silent Hill games.
Yeah, there's loads.
You got
There's
like Silent Hill Downpour. You got
Downpour, I think Origins. One of them
I
was on
think
the
so. Yeah,
Wii. One was on the one.
yeah.
Yeah, one of them was on the Wii. I think was that Ascension. It's on the
Oh, I don't
Wii.
know.
But there's quite a few actual Silent Hills. But there's only four actual mainstream because you obviously got Silent Hill 4, The Room, which was on the
Yeah,
PS2, and that was the
yeah.
one with all the chains on the door, and that
Door.
one
Yeah.
that was all about Walter Sullivan, I think his
Oh,
name
I
was.
can't remember.
He's mentioned in Silent Hill 2 because he was
Oh,
like,
right. Okay.
yeah, he was a murderer, and he's got his story in one of the papers you pick out and you read it,
All right.
and he's mentioned in Silent Hill 2, and also James Sunderland's dad is in Silent Hill 4. He's the guy who owns the apartment building.
Ah, yeah. All right. Okay.
So yeah, that's actually James Sunderland's dad. So technically, all the Silent Hills are sort of like intermingled.
Linked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because first one's Harry Mason,
Hmm.
and the third one's his daughter.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, which is Cheryl or Heather,
Yeah.
basically. So they're all sort of like linked into each other and like little bits. So hopefully, like,
Yeah.
get 1, 3, 2, and maybe 4. A lot of people didn't like 4 because of
Mm.
the ghosts. Because
Yeah.
you couldn't really kill them. The only
No,
way you
because
could
I was
actually
wrong.
really stop them, you had that sword thing you used to stab into them, and you used to pin them in place. But a lot of people didn't like it. But hopefully, we do get the whole Silent Hill franchise
Yeah.
redone. Because I'd love that.
Oh yeah, I think that'll be great.
Mm.
Like literally the same team that did the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Yeah, that Blooper team. That was
Was it?
Yeah, they sort of, that's what they do. They remake games. That's their
Fair play.
forte. I'm pretty sure I think they've done the Demon Souls remake. I could be wrong.
Oh right, okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've done that remake as well. They've done a
Yeah.
fair few remakes, Bloober team, and the most successful one is Silent Hill 2 because they kept it true
Mm.
and added little bits and pieces and still kept the original in, but I've kept it as like little like bits to remind you that was the
Yeah.
original, but we've added this in instead, which shame they didn't do it for Resi 3, but we won't go back on Resi 3.
Yeah. Is there any other games you would like
Oh
to
yeah,
see remake?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
go on.
oh yeah. Well, it's not a remake. All right,
Would you prefer remaster?
it's not even. It didn't have to be a remaster.
Like a
Bloodborne,
re-release then?
but basically
Oh right.
Bloodborne, right? It's stuck at 30 frames. It's 30 FPS
Why?
because it was originally done on 30 FPS. It's
They
the
should be able.
only FromSoft game that has not been brought up to date. Demon Souls been brought out of date. Dark Souls 1 been brought out of date. Dark Souls 2, 3. You know what I mean? Obviously, Elden Ring's current. Sekiro's current. Bloodborne's the only one that's been stuck at 30 frames. And trying to play it now, when you're used to like 120 frames, 160 frames, you know what I mean? It's like, oh. It's a shame because the game's an absolute masterpiece. It's what got me
Hmm.
into like the Soulsborne series was
Yeah.
Bloodborne. And they're literally sitting on like, so it's not even a gold mine, it's like a diamond mine.
Hmm.
They'd earn billions from Bloodborne if they just re-release it at 60 frames. That's all they got to do. That's all they got to do, and people will buy it instantly.
Yeah.
I know I will. I'm not saying for that. If it was 60 frames,
Would you pay full price for it?
45, 45 quid.
It's gone from 40, 35 to now 45.
45 quid. That's worth about 45 quid.
Oh,
But
favoritism, Alice, mate.
no, like, generally, I probably would. If it's 60 quid, I'd pay 60 quid for it
Yeah.
because it's designed to have multiple playthroughs. So,
Hmm.
and there's 2 DLCs with it, which hopefully they would give it for free. But it's just where Sony owns the rights to Bloodborne and FromSoft don't. Because
All right.
FromSoft
Okay.
have said they've come out and said Bloodborne's their favourite game they've ever made,
Yeah.
but they can't touch it because they don't own the rights to it. Sony does, and the studio that sort of made the game was Sony Japan. It's no
Yeah.
longer
Because
around
they've
anymore.
they've gone under.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're no longer. Sony sort of absorbed them into the company. So Sony is just sitting there on literally billions
Hmm.
of pounds, dollars, whatever, literally sitting on it, and all they got to do is go, yeah, just put it in 60 FPS. It's got to the point where even like no Jacksepticeye,
Hmm.
he's even trying to get his influence to get it done.
Yeah.
Because he loves the game. He's got a tattoo on his arm of the game.
Hmm.
And like he's even trying, obviously, because obviously it's Jacksepticeye, he's trying to use his influence to try and get something moving in any sort
Yeah.
of way. So hopefully one day they will just go, here guys, 60 FPS. Then tears of joy. You know, I'll play Bloodborne in actual frame rate and
I
not
wouldn't.
30.
I wouldn't see you for weeks
Like,
if that game came
like,
out.
honestly, it's such a great game. Like, if you ever want to get into the Souls game, like, I'd suppose say Bloodborne's a good starting point, but you can only play on
Yeah.
PS4 per PlayStation.
All right.
That's
Okay.
that's the only downside. It's not even on PC, so
Oh,
and it's the only FromSoft game you can't play on PC either. You can only play on PlayStation.
that
So
is stupid.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that does suck. Any other games you would?
Yeah, I actually recently played it. It has had a remaster, but the Thing remaster, like the game, the Thing.
Oh,
Right?
the thing, yeah, yeah.
I just recently just played through the remaster. It's literally just a graphical. That's all it is. Like the gameplay is still janky as ever. But I think if they actually took the game and made it into like the Silent Hill Resident 2 formula, that'd be one
Mm,
heck of a horror game. Like that'd be top notch.
should we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but obviously they just remastered it like last year, I think it was.
Oh,
But
was it?
it's only for graphics though, not actual gameplay or anything like that.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's still like the janky early 2000s um, gameplay. You don't you need to aim.
Yeah.
It's literally all auto aim. So hopefully one day
Oh,
they'll go, you know what, we'll make an actual proper game of it. Because the thing deserves an
mm,
actual real proper game. Like
yeah,
let's say like Resident Evil style or Silent Hill style. That would be like top notch. That would go that
yeah.
really well. Especially if you had like if you made it multiplayer as well, and say you ever play with it could be technically be the thing,
Mm,
and like you're all trying to second guess each other and all that, and then
that would be cool.
yeah, and we try and burn each other or whatever. And it could be done, but I highly doubt it. So
Yeah, 'cause I'm just trying to think of other games that I would remake or remaster. The one, like, my brain is literally screaming at me now, and it's a game I haven't played in 15 plus years, was Super Mario Sunshine
oh yeah, Sunshine, yeah.
on the GameCube. I would like I wouldn't even remake that. I'll probably remaster it.
Mm,
But
with
but
Mario, you don't
even
really
like,
need to, really, do you? Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, because like it still holds up really
yeah,
well. Like, and that game was on the GameCube
yeah. I
and
mean,
on
Mario's
PlayStation 2, I
Mario, isn't
think.
it? Like,
Yeah.
it's always gonna be good, like no matter what the
Mm,
graphics and all that. People don't really play Mario through like graphics on that, and it's all like the gameplay and
yeah.
most of your speedrunners play it these days.
Yeah. Metroid.
Metroid,
I
yeah.
think that I think that'll be good.
Mm.
That would be good. Or there was a Star Wars game. But it's a lesser known one though. Star Wars
Force Unleashed?
no,
No.
I'm gonna have to search this up. So you actually play as basically one of the stormtroopers, and you're
Oh,
out
right.
on expedition missions. That's, oh my god, it's amazing.
Tell you what, another
I
good
forget.
remake and all. Twisted Metal World Tour.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would
Mm.
be amazing.
That's old school. That is. You got to be a certain age to know that game.
Uh,
That's old school.
yeah, that
Twisted
was on
Metal.
the PlayStation. That was on the
One.
PlayStation One.
Yeah,
Yeah,
PlayStation 1, that was Twisted Metal World Tour. Because you had Twisted Metal, which wasn't that good, but then World Tour come out, and that was the good one. That's when they introduced the clown. Can't remember his name now. But they introduced the clown in that one, I believe.
oh yeah, with the it looks like an ice cream truck.
Yeah, with the ice cream truck, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Star Wars Republic Commando.
Yeah, I've never
So
heard
it
that one.
was ah phenomenal. So mate, it's got 10 out of 10 on Steam. Um, so basically, yeah. So you play one of the commandos, and you
Mm,
control three men, but it's all in first person, and you're on expedited missions and trying to get from point A to point B. It's a very linear game.
yeah.
It's literally get to point A to point B. But the story, the combat, the scenery, the
Mm.
bugs, the creatures. Oh my god, it's just phenomenal. I might actually
Yeah,
see if it's on. I might see if it's on Steam.
because Star Wars has not had the best track record for games in the
No, it
last
hasn't.
couple of years. Even movies, even a lot of people don't like the modern movies, do they? And they
No.
maybe bringing like because like the Force Unleashed like was really popular. Where I think you played as like the Sith, didn't you, on Force Unleashed?
Yeah. So, like you had two brothers, and basically one they were both Jedi's initially,
Mm,
but one had a gutful and joined the dark side. And it was a really cool story
mm.
concept, and the game was amazing.
Yeah, because I remember my mate
Um,
because he's a massive Star Wars fan. And it was his favourite one. I'm not a big Star Wars fan at all.
I'm
Like,
not a massive
nah.
fan.
Like, I've only ever played. I think I played Force Unleashed because there's two of them in there. Force Unleashed 2 as
Yeah,
well, I believe. I only played the first one. It's pretty much about it. I played the
yeah.
Star Wars, and again, I'm not massive. Star Wars fan, but they're like the last few games. Like there was it the Fallen Order,
Mm.
and the one they just released is Survivor, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, yeah, that went tits up.
And you got like was it Outlaw as well? It just come out.
Outlaw, yeah, and then you had oh, what's the one with the ginger fella
Yeah, it's
with the
Fallen Order,
poncho?
Fallen
Oh, is
Order,
it? Oh, yeah, Fallen
Fallen
Order, yeah.
Order, and
That
Survivor.
one, that one's had good reviews. But yeah, Outlaw,
Mm.
which is I think it's the newer one, the
Yeah, that's
newest
the
one that came
newest
out.
one.
Because it was basically it's like a female Han Solo done incorrectly
Yeah,
from the looks of it, and loads of people hated it.
yeah,
So
yeah. I see it got really bad reviews and everyone hated
yeah,
it. So like Star Wars really needs a win. So maybe remaking one of the older classic ones, where you can give them a bit of a win.
Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 remake.
I did play Battlefront actually.
Yeah, oh, Battlefront. Oh, it
That
was
was the
amazing.
online one, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I played that one. That was actually good
It,
online. That was.
basically, it was Battlefield, but with Star Wars
Yeah,
characters. It
yeah.
was
It was really
great.
good. Yeah,
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 but yeah, remake those two and Republic Commando. Mate, if you haven't played that game, it would graphically it wouldn't hold up now, but the game itself is phenomenal.
yeah. So that's the
It's
thing.
one of
I
the
don't care about graphics. Like, me personally,
yeah
like obviously I come from the age of PS1. So
polygons.
yeah, like I don't care about graphics in the slightest. Like the
Yeah,
game could look the most stunning game, but if it don't play well and have a good story,
pointless.
I ain't gonna play it. You know what I mean? I don't care about graphics.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
more
like
for
having
gameplay and like story aspects than. I mean, I
yeah
just literally played Amnesia: The Data Center, come out 15 years ago. Phenomenal
yeah
game, probably the best Amnesia game.
yeah.
But like for
It's
me,
like because graphics don't like graphics are nice. Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
It's something nice to look at. But if the gameplay itself is terrible, it's
yeah.
not worth playing.
Well, I just felt like the average person really is not going to have like the latest graphics card like a 4090. You know what I mean? Like not like common person's not going to have like 2 grand
No,
lying around.
I bloody don't.
Exactly. Like you ain't gonna play like 4K settings and you're gonna have like 4K monitors and all this,
Yeah,
are you? So like why like you honestly see all the streamers do it, but I don't get they earn the money to do it. But
yeah,
like for me, like I mean, I've got a 4060, which is I mean it's decent, it's mid range, but like I don't even play great games at the highest I can. I'd
yeah,
rather have better frame rate. I put things on medium.
yeah,
Like I'd rather have better frame rate, better performance in
yeah.
graphic. So that's why I don't like when games say, "Oh, look how beautiful this game is." Then it's absolutely poo poo when you play it, and it's like I spent 60 quid on this.
Yeah. There's nothing worse,
Yeah, and it's just
honestly.
like, and this game's from like 20 years ago. It's still better than most games today
Hmm?
because they play well and the story's great, and yeah, and obviously game graphics
Resi
were
3.
yeah, Resi 3, 100%.
Yeah,
They could remake the remake if they wanted to. I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind
I would.
generally if they went.
I would sign that
If they actually
petition.
come out and said, right, yeah, we messed up on that one. We're gonna redo it. I think everyone would go,
Oh yeah.
no, don't F it up. And 15 quid for the remake, right?
Oh yeah.
Because they spent 35 on that pile of,
Yeah.
so 15 quid then to get the remake. Because honestly, if they remade it, I would probably buy it because I'm a Resi nerd. But if they remake, which has probably never been done, I don't think.
No.
So, but if they
There's
did,
been remasters, but yeah, we could do with a remake of a remake.
make desperately because it's awful. It's because it is
It is
bad
bad.
though. It is bad. I know we talk about Resi 3 a lot, but
It is bad though.
it
It's
is
so disappointing
so bad.
because you go from Resi 2 remake, which is
Mm,
absolutely phenomenal, to then getting excited for Resi 3. You play it, and it's nothing compared to the original
yeah.
at all.
Is it my top 5 most disappointing games ever?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I completely
it
agree.
is. It's awful. Another one of mine was Callisto Protocol.
Oh, the PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, it was made by this Glenn Schofield who made Dead Space.
Mm.
So I was really hyped for it, and I was like, yes. Played it, and I was like,
Because graphical, it looks stunning.
and that was a waste of 60 quid. It was terrible. 3 of the boss fights were the same boss. Like, no joke. No joke. And
Yeah.
the mechanics were you hold your stick that way and it dodged for you. Like, you just had to hold it.
Oh,
There's no timing aspect or anything. So you just had to. Because the enemy's always done a
no
free
skill to it.
combo. No, free combo.
Yeah.
So you went, that was it. And the story was
Oh,
ass. It was terrible. Graphically,
yeah.
phenomenal. The setting was phenomenal. That's the only
Yeah.
thing. And paid 60 quid for that. And it was the biggest
Yeah.
disappointment on par with Resi 3. So,
Yeah. A
remake.
remaster of Dead Space 2 would be nice
Yeah, that
as
would be
well.
nice. That would be nice. Yeah.
Because the new remaster of Dead Space, the original,
Yeah,
fantastic.
brilliant. Again, they kept to the core game and added things with little side quests and
Mm,
that. That's all you need to do, literally, because Dead Space 1
yeah.
original, but it's my personal favourite out of them all. And that's all you literally have to do is just bring the graphics up, keep to the core game, and say, oh, look, we've added little side quests you can go do if you want. It's not forced on you, you don't have to go and do it. But if you want
Yeah.
to, it's there, which is, again, great addition.
Yeah.
Kept the atmosphere of the game, didn't change none of that. Still had the original scares, like the beginning ones when the necromorph running at you and the elevator closes on it.
Yeah.
Kept all the original ones, so that's all they got to do with Dead Space 2. It's just cool game. Maybe add the side thing quest again. Bang, there you go, loads of money, done.
Yeah.
And don't Resi
Or,
free it.
yeah. That, you know what? That's going to be a thing now.
Yeah, it's what
Don't
cool
rest
things though.
for it.
Like, don't Resi
Yeah.
free it because yeah,
Yeah.
I could talk like 4 hours about Resi free, but
Another remaster, Ranch Simulator. I could do with a
oh
new
my
graphical
days,
upgrade.
it come
I
out a
have
few
been
years
playing a
ago.
lot of that. I have been playing a lot of that. I'm just trying to think of any sort of remasters I would love. Like, there's got to be loads, but
Yeah,
for some reason, I just can't really
can't
think
think
of
of them.
any. Have you got
FIFA,
any more?
FIFA 98.
That's one of my favorite FIFAs.
No,
Like,
that's a
I
joke
think
that
that's
one, but it is a really good FIFA. It is a really good
it
FIFA.
is though. It
Yeah,
is
it's
good.
a really good FIFA that one. But that was a joke.
Um,
Don't actually EA. Don't. It's a joke.
yeah. Um, I don't know if you ever played it. I would like because this game's similar. Also, you got Rainbow Six, the
Mm.
original, and GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people love
I think
GoldenEye. Yeah.
that'll be good because I was on the N64 and
Yeah.
I can remember playing that. Phenomenal game for
Yeah,
its
really,
time.
yeah. Brilliant game.
Um,
Everyone loved
but
that
yeah,
back in the day, GoldenEye.
Yeah,
That'd be a
bloody
great game,
remake that.
yeah, to bring back into the modern age and that obviously younger generations play it. Because I bet a lot of people
Yeah,
don't even know of it. Like
no,
GoldenEye is. Like at all.
and you know, it would be nice as well with the remakes because certain games they allow you to play on the original graphics.
Mm.
It would be nice to maybe have that option. I know it's a bit much, and I know it's hard work, but I think it'd be nice. Just a
Yeah, I
nice
wouldn't say
little,
it's hard work, because it's already there for them, isn't it?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
already
In
there.
fairness,
It's just got to add it. Because like,
yeah,
Silent Hill 2 remake does that, by the way.
it does. Yeah,
Yeah, because you can have the setting of like the modern one and it all into the 90s. Even though
hmm
Silent Hill 2 come out in the 2000, but literal 2000, it's not in the 90s, but it's got the setting that says
yeah,
90s, and you can put it on and it sort of like, don't completely downgrade it, but it sort of puts in that 90s feel, basically.
yeah, yeah,
Which is a nice touch if people want to do that for a second playthrough or something like that, which is a really nice
yeah,
touch. And like as well with Resi 2, I'm pretty sure you can put the original soundtrack on.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, yes, you can, and the original sound effects
Yeah.
as well, which again is a nice touch.
Yep.
You know,
Because I love the
um,
original sound effects of it. I love it.
and it just shows how successful that game was when certain noises and certain mechanics are so burned into people's
Yeah.
memories, and they hold them dearly
Mm.
as
I wish I
well.
had it in real life, so when I pick things up and I had the same sound effect. Or look, when I open a door, it's the same
Yeah, you
animation.
open
It
the
just
door and
opens up. And I just walk
you
through.
pick up the milk, and it makes the
Yeah.
noise.
Or if I goes in
Or
my
you,
in real life menu, my wallet or something, it's got all the menu noises and that. I
yeah,
love that.
and your mum's just saying like, "Why are you sticking the milk in your pocket?"
That's what they did in the game.
Um, a game that I would like to see, not a remake, but a remaster, but it's a game that's not very well known. I don't think you even ever heard of it until I told you about
All
it.
right.
Conquer Live and Reloaded.
All right. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not.
no, no, no. Never heard of it.
It's such a funny game, especially for this time, because Ray Entertainment made it. Um, and they made like Banjo Kazooie and stuff like that.
Mm.
So they always made like family friendly sort of games. But then when they when they released Conker, they were just like, you know what, f this, we're just going all out, and they really did. I would like to see a remaster of that. Like they sort of did. So it came out in, I think it was on the PlayStation One, PlayStation One, and then they re-released it on the original Xbox, not the 360 for you youngsters,
Yeah.
the actual
The
original
original, yeah.
Xbox. Um, yeah, they released it on that with graphical upgrades,
Mm.
but it's still a bit poo, to be honest. But it's such a funny game.
I just
But
literally, I just thought of another game.
oh yeah,
Command and Conquer. And you
oh
had like Tim Curry do all the cutscenes and all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh
I
bless
bet a lot
him.
of people have not heard of Command and Conquer.
No,
One of the
oh
original
that would be awesome.
RTSs. And
Yeah,
I'll tell you a little story what my brother did. He used to play with our cousin, Command and Conquer, and they
mm,
used to, obviously back then it was land. There was no like online,
yeah,
so they had two TVs in the same room. Obviously, it was like facing opposite ways. My cousin played on a black and white TV, pretty much. Like, the color was no
mm,
color. So they was playing one day, and my cousin destroyed my brother. He had one unit left. No, what he did, he just followed his army round because where obviously he had a great, obviously black and white TV, he couldn't tell
yeah.
the color, so he just followed him round with one guy. And he's like, "Where are you?" He's like, "Got to come and find me." And he's literally with his army, just moving with it.
Oh, wait, that's
Mm.
funny. Oh, oh, those like, that brings back memories though. Like, oh, no screen peeking.
Yeah, yeah, no stream peeking and all that.
Oh, like especially on the Halo days. Jesus.
Everyone done it, like, isn't it? Like,
Oh yeah,
it's,
like
you can't help it because it's like split screen. It's right there. You know,
yeah.
they'll quit.
I can remember once when I thought, God, we're in the future. I went to my best mate's house and we were playing. I think it was Modern Warfare, and we was doing snipers only as you did
Mm.
when you was a kid. And he had this really unique TV on finance. It was a 3D TV, but you had to put these glasses
Glasses
on,
on, yeah.
but they acted as if you could only see your gameplay
Mm.
for like player two, and then there was their separate glasses then for player one. I thought that was revolutionary. I was like, there's no need to use towels and
Yeah,
stick your
that's
head
it.
under
Yeah,
the towel.
yeah,
But yeah, like with nostalgic games, it just unlocks so many core memories.
yeah.
Because that's the thing we all share as gamers is we all share the love and passion for games.
Oh,
We might not like each other, and that's
no,
fine,
no.
but we all like the same thing.
I'm only here because he's forcing me. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's got my hair, so he's not gonna give it back to me. So.
yeah, it's my little toupee. um, but yeah, I can't really think of any other games to remaster or remake at the moment.
No, so the last one that came to mind was obviously Command and Conquer, because then again I played that
Mm,
a lot when I was young. Didn't know
yeah,
what I was doing because again I was like 6 or whatever, just pressing buttons and things are happening, and didn't
yeah,
understand like the money concept of it. Even though there was cheats back then, you could do little cheats to get infinite money. But
yeah.
or like Sandra Eris or like one of the old GTA London, like GTA London was the bird's eye
Oh,
one.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Bird's Eye. Yes.
yeah. A lot of people probably don't even know about that GTA.
No, that was on the PS1. That was.
PS1, yeah, bird's eye,
Yeah,
and a great game that was. Don't know how they
yeah,
remaster that though. They'll remake it. I don't know.
yeah. It would have to be a
You
remake.
ever have to be like brought into like the modern era because obviously I don't think the bird's eye look like 2D cars and
Yeah,
that
no,
wouldn't really work now. But it was a great game for
no,
its time. I love playing it. Didn't know what I was doing
yeah,
again. Didn't know what I was doing again. I was young and I was driving cars and doing GTA stuff.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't mind actually a remake of the original Castlevania games. I think that would be really good.
Yeah, because again,
So
the
again, I love
Castlevania has
those.
been quiet for years, isn't it? Like they haven't really released anything in a long time.
No. No, it's just mainly bloody TV series and
Yeah,
movies.
it's a bit like Silent
Um,
Hill. Like,
mm,
it's quiet for years. There's one thing good being about Resident Evil fans is that they've been eaten well because there's always like new
yes,
games coming out, even though some of the games are.
poo.
But at least we're getting something. Where like Silent Hill fans, Castlevania fans have been like, what about us?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They've not had nothing for years. So
yeah, yeah.
we just got to hope that
Um,
Resi 9's good. That's all we got to hope for.
yeah, no, we did talk about that wise about the
Mm,
old Star Wars game. Like I mentioned, one that Metal's never heard of. Yeah, nice old the old Republic was a good game. But Republic Commando, one of my
mm,
personal favorites, and obviously the Battlefront. Um, but yeah, I think I can't really think of anything else to be honest with you.
no.
Um,
I'll just be happy with. If I had to pick anyone out of my list, it'd be Bloodborne. Just unlock it, make
yeah,
it 60 FPS. Just do it.
just do it.
Just do it. It won't
You-
take long. It'll take 10 minutes probably just to up the frames and go, here you go. Thank you.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? You don't have to do nothing. Maybe update the graphics, but again,
yeah,
it won't take long. You don't have to change none of the boss fights or the weapons. You just got
yeah.
to sort of update the graphics. Frame rate, billions.
Like for me, I would love to see a remake. Well, sorry, a remaster of Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and like you said, the Silent Hill games as well,
Yeah, yeah.
and Resi the original. And I swear to God, if you mess up Code Veronica, I swear to God, I'm gonna pick up some dog shit, put it in a plastic bag, and burn it in front of your bloody company door. I swear to God, don't fuck it up. Oh,
You're going to fly to Japan. You know what I mean?
mate, I will, mate. I ain't flying. I'm walking. I will walk. I want. It's going to take me a couple of years. I might not even make like. I might not survive the whole trip. But oh, I swear to God. But just whatever team did Resi 2 and Resi 4, even if they were different teams, just just combine them, chuck them together, make the old original Resi remake and Code Veronica, please.
Well,
Um,
let's see. Let's hope we don't get Resi freed. So
don't you dare! You're gonna make me panic.
it could be a possibility because you don't know with Capcom. Because again, they release a complete masterpiece, then go,
Yeah,
oh guys, this is scraps from the masterpiece. You can have this, and it's like, oh right, cool, Resi free in a plate. Oh, thank God, lovely. And that's it.
yeah. Old Doom games is a good shout. I'll say they still been releasing the new Doom
Yeah, because
games.
the new one's coming out soon. I think next month.
Yeah, and
Dark
they've been
Ages.
really good.
Yeah.
They are really good.
Mm,
But it's a perfect game to sort of release some stress
yeah.
because you just become like a full
And
on
the
badass.
soundtrack's amazing. Like Mick Gordon done an
Oh,
incredible job with the
yeah,
actual soundtracks. There
yeah.
was a little bit. There was a bit of drama between Mick Gordon and Doom and that, though, because I
Is
think,
it?
yeah, I think it's Doom Eternal. He done the soundtrack for him, but they didn't pay him properly or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, and I don't think he's done the new. I don't think he's done Dark Ages, but there was a bit of drama
yeah.
between Mick Gordon and Bethesda. It is Bethesda, and that.
I was gonna say, yeah. Is it
Yeah,
Bethesda
yeah.
that's making the? Yeah.
So yeah, well, it's no Bethesda published it, and I think it's ID that make it.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, okay.
ID, if I remember correctly. Again, if I'm wrong, someone can correct me, but I think
Yeah,
there's a little bit of drama with Mick Gordon not getting paid or something. Like they owed him money and they didn't pay him.
yeah,
So I don't think he's good done Dark Ages, the new
yeah.
Doom that's coming out next month.
One more game, sorry, that I would like to have a remake. I know I got one more, and it's because you mentioned Bethesda. It's reminded me the original Prey.
Oh,
Now they did make a new Prey,
mm,
and apparently it was decent. It wasn't
I didn't really
amazing,
like
but it
it.
was decent. Yeah, it was decent. But the original Prey, I loved the original Prey. I thought it was dark. It was a little bit goofy, again, sort of like UFO'd through the bar.
Yeah,
Um, but the gore, the atmosphere of it, I thought it was fantastic. I
mm,
think a remake of that would be amazing. In keep it first person. I'll be happy with it, but have elements of the atmosphere from like the Resident Evil remakes or the Dead Space remakes. Just have that sort of tension there and make it really demonic and gory. I think
Yeah.
it'd be perfect.
Never know. One day, you never know.
You never know. Just don't Resi 3
Yeah, just don't resi for
it.
it.
Hashtag don't Resi 3
For basically, yeah, just don't resi for
it.
it. Honestly, it's so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
But yeah, if you haven't got anything else, mate,
No,
I think it's
I can't think of any other games. There's probably like 100 games that I probably
oh
could name.
easily.
Like right now, I can't think. I've went through my
Yeah,
little list, but
yeah,
off the top of my head, I can't really think of any. But I probably could name 100 games I'd like to see. But again,
yeah.
can't think of none right now.
No, neither. But yeah, thank you ever so much for tuning in. Obviously, the people over on Twitch and you guys at home on YouTube. Obviously, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. It does help us out massively,
And
and let us know what games.
every sub and like I'll get a hair back. So
Exactly.
hashtag help the bold.
Help to Oh, jeez. But yeah, let us know what games you would like to see remaster or remake. But yeah, until next time, take care, look after yourself, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Toodles.
Toodles.